Hi YouTube, Christine here, Skinny Brit to be, coming to you with a week 123 post RNY and week 35 in maintenance. How are things going? Fine, they're going just great. I seem to just be staying at the same sort of weight, within a few pounds, up, down, around the houses and everything for the last few months in effect. So that is sort of going well. But what I wanted to say was I watched a very interesting programme last night on the television. It was a documentary about the swarm mentality. I think it was called The Swarm. And it was all about how they can predict what sort of clothes we'll buy, what shopping we'll want to buy, just simply by the weather forecast, etc. But the thing that hit me more than anything else was that they were talking about hunger and how when you get cold, a message goes to your brain that says, I need more fuel to burn to create more heat, etc. And that in turn sends a message to say, I'm hungry. Well, this is, in the UK, it's been really quite a long winter and a very late spring. In fact, we don't seem to have had any summer even vaguely on the horizon at the moment. And I spent a lot of the time with really cold hands, almost cold feet, and just generally feeling chilly. And so much of the time over this last winter I felt hungry. And I'd put it down to the fact that maybe because I was so far post-op, etc., that, hunger pangs, etc., were returning. But this documentary sort of opened my eyes to the fact that, every time I've felt hungry, I've usually felt cold. And you tend to sort of say, oh, it must be because I'm addicted to food, etc., etc. And you blame your addiction instead of blaming your hypothalamus, which is telling your body to eat. And of course what happens? You eat, and then you go and sit down and you huddle and you do nothing. And as they said on the programme, you go into the office, you get your hot breakfast on the way to work or wherever, etc. Then you sit down at work, you do no exercise or anything, and that food just creates fat, etc. So although it doesn't actually solve my problem of feeling hungry, except by putting more clothes on and boosting up the central heating, at least it does make me feel as though I'm not failing as much, because this constant hunger is something that I seem to fight desperately while I was very overweight. In fact, most of the time, 90% of the time, I felt hungry anyway, regardless of whether I'd had a big meal or not, and I'd lost a lot of that following surgery. So anyway, if some of you want an excuse as to why you feel hungry, blame the weather. That's my excuse anyway. But anyway, it was just a quick update, but if anybody wants to watch the programme, you can catch it on iPlayer, etc. if you're in the UK. There was only a short section of it, but they did cameras which, showed the infrared and how they made this chap strip off in the street, and it was only 2 degrees, and you could see his hands getting cold and his nose getting cold and all the extremities. And it said that that one of the things the hypothalamus does as well is actually cut off some of the circulation to your hands and extremities, etc. And I can only assume that because we'd got so overweight, a lot of our blood flow system had perhaps increased in size. So that explains as well why having lost weight we feel cold so much. It's because the body simply says, I've got to preserve it, so it doesn't send it to all the bits, the shoulders. I definitely feel it around the shoulders. I'm always snuggled up in a cardigan or something like that at the moment. Oh, please, sun, come out, shine in England. We could do with a bit of warmth and sun. But anyway, hey, all's good apart from that. I'm still journaling my food. I'm just not sure that I trust myself yet. I mean, I know the calories in everything, but it's so easy to forget, just forget that little extra that you had there and that little extra that you had there. So I've been trying to be really honest and document everything that I've eaten, which some days seems to be a very large amount, but hey. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I've had 1 or 2 just recently. I hope that you're doing well too. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye folks. Bye.